Hey gang, so in this video, we're gonna talk about how all of us are in sales to some degree. We are either selling our wife on a convertible is a good idea for the family or our next vacation. You're selling your boss on why you should be promoted, or you're selling a widget to someone out there in the public. I've been in sales my entire life and I've heard too many times, I don't like to sell. It feels icky. It doesn't feel right. And there's this negative connotation that goes along with selling something. And in this video, I'm gonna give you 3 mindset shifts that are going to allow you to sell anything to anyone at any time. Number 1, product knowledge. It seems really simple, of course, product knowledge. Why wouldn't I think of that? But you're not thinking of it in the right way, or at least I didn't used to. So I've spent my life in sales. I was that kid, resell golf balls. I would sell candy at school. I figured out how to buy and resell things at a really young age. And fast forward into other businesses. I sold Cutco for a little while. I sold homes, multi-million-dollar homes. And product knowledge, it didn't allow me to not look stupid in front of the customer. That's not what it was about. It was about believing in the product. Take Cutco, for instance. I was able to rapidly advance in that career, and that was during college. And that's door-to-door sales. That is not necessarily an easy thing to do for a lot of people. And it's a lot of cold calling, a lot of prospecting, things people don't like to do. Later on, I went into real estate, same thing. Cold calling, prospecting, asking people for business. And where the product knowledge piece of that comes in is that you understand your product, sure, but you believe in your product. When I was selling Cutco, I still believe 30 odd years later that is the best color you can buy. So I had no problem going in and telling someone how great it was because I really believed in it. And people can sense that. They know if you believe in a product. I worked for a Fortune 100 builder for a while and I sold new homes, and that job damn near killed me. And that's a story for another day. I write about it a lot in the book, but our ethos there was do what's right. And it was do what's right when the customer's not looking. When we could cut a corner, when we could save a buck, nope, you do what's right. And when you know that that's the way you're building something, it's really easy to sell that. That customer walks in the door and you believe that your product is the best. You fast forward to multiple businesses that I had. I've put together multi-million-dollar deals. I've bought and sold businesses. I've had a real estate company, construction companies, etc. And all of them worked because I believed in the product. I believed in what I was able to offer. I knew I was doing it better than the next guy. The bottom line is, and Jason Mark Campbell, if you've ever followed Selling with Love, I was fortunate to do a workshop for his group this last week, and I was on his podcast, which is coming up. But the whole point of what he does is you don't sell from here. You don't sell from your head. You sell from here. You sell from your heart. It might sound woo-woo, new agey, etc., but ultimately we're energetic beings, and people know if you're BSing them. It just comes through, and that's why the door-to-door kind of hokey, I don't want to knock door-to-door sales, but stuff where you're using techniques to close people, it never lasts long-term, and that's why. And the shift I want to make for you, this is kind of number 3, is it's a mindset shift. There is no closing technique. You are coming from a place of authenticity. You are explaining to someone why you think your product is the best, and it's either a fit or it's not. And when you believe in that, and I'll use real estate as an example, we give talks to real estate groups. I had a 20+ year career in real estate. And one of the biggest problems with new agents in the business is they're afraid to cold call people. They're afraid to call and say, hey, I'm your local realtor. I'm here to serve you. They feel like it's selling. I see it a lot in the coaching business too, which we'll talk about in a minute. But when you believe that your product is the best, so if I'm in a group of 20 realtors and I say, who here thinks they're the best realtor in this room? All the hands go up. That's great. But if you truly believe that, then you don't want your potential prospect, pick a neighborhood, you don't want everyone in that neighborhood to use John Smith because he's not going to do as good of a job. It's a disservice to those homeowners if you don't let them know that you are there. So it's not sales. If you make that mindset shift, it is the exact same thing with coaching. I went to Brown for my ICF and I graduated with 24 other, I call them kids, they're 30 to 50 years old, and really talented people. People in the military, hospital CEOs, clinical psychologists, professors. There was such a wide range and depth and breadth of human being in those classes. And I'd say more than half, maybe 3/4 of them are no longer in coaching. And they had trouble even getting their initial hours because they were afraid to ask people, how do I sell my coaching? I just want to help people. Well, that's great. But if no matter what you offer, you can have a great idea. And if you're not from a sales and marketing background, you need to learn sales and marketing fast. And it's because you're doing a disservice to those people, not to help them. Take what I do now as a coach, or with the Waves method, the book, etc., the courses. I know that if you go through these programs, it will change your outlook on life and business, period. So I am doing a disservice not to do a video like this, which may be uncomfortable, just standing in a studio doing this video, but I believe that you will hear this message, you'll come into my world, and you will be better for it. If I didn't believe that, you would sense it. That's the difference, right? Again, there's no technique, there's no slick always be closing. I'm gonna get them to nod their head yes multiple times, 7 no's equals a yes. All of that is crap. At the end of the day, you sell from here. And when you believe in what you're selling, it's not a sales process. You're simply letting them know what's available that you think will help them and helping them make an educated decision on if it's right for them. So anyway, that's it for today. Go out into the world, let people know what it is you have to offer. We all have these beautiful, unique gifts. Again, whether you're selling a widget or you're selling a home or you're selling a forklift or you're selling pizzas, you need to let people know what you have available if you believe it's the best. So go forth. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.